What's up, everyone? This is FPSticks bringing you a little tournament recap of a Toxic Cup tournament that we had today in Westminster, Colorado. This was a nice 4-round tournament. I ended up taking second place in this tournament, going 3-1. And with these tournaments, I always hold them kind of earlier on in the month to give people some practice before we have our big mega tournament here in Colorado at the end of the month. And what tends to happen with these Westminster tournaments is so lower numbers. We only had like 10 people at this one, but we consistently get 4 rounds. But the people who do show up are all very intense about PvP. Like we only had 10 people, I believe, at this tournament, but 3 of them were aces. And then another one, the guy who actually ended up winning, is like very close to ace. So the percentage of ridiculously hard opponents that you go against in this tournament is always crazy. But it's really good practice. I definitely did not wait this cup. But we'll see how these battles play out. So these first rounds are up against my buddy 3 Hat here. Not the best scenario that I'm in right here. Going to bring in Golbat to wing attack down his Golbat and avoid getting hit with the heavier hitting charge move, which I believe he's actually running Air Cutter on his Golbat instead of Shadow Ball like most people are running. I'm able to get a Mud Bomb off on this Quillfish, which draws the last shield. I really need this last Mud Bomb to go through, but I barely faint. It's going to be pretty close here. I shield up this Fell Stinger. Very unfortunate for me to waste the shield on that. Now I have to go for the Shadow Ball here. I was over farming just a little bit. But he has that Ice Fang Drapion in the back, which is going to heavily resist everything that I throw at it. Which that might be one reason to run Air Cutter on Golbat, actually. I didn't even think of that. I know, was it Speediest Chief that made a video on how good return Golbat is? Very interesting thing to consider, because in that Drapion matchup, yeah, you wouldn't get walled as hard, but I lose the first round. Toxicroak lead against Ice Fang Drapion is very favorable for me. Now, I knew that he wasn't running a Confusion user, so whatever he brought in, I would still have some time to think about what I needed to switch in. I get a Mud Bomb off on that Quillfish. And now Wormadam is going to come in no matter what he throws at me. I'm not going to shield it. He's trying to bait out my shields with these Fell Stingers, but I'm fully committed to a fast move farm down here with no shields committed on my end. I'm going to leave this matchup with a lot of stored up energy. Even if this was Aqua Tail or Sludge Wave or Ice Beam, Wormadam is going to resist all of it, so no shields committed. I have a lot of stored up energy. If Fire Fang Hippowdon comes out, I really need to throw the charge move, but it's the Ice Fang Drapion again. This Bug Buzz is going to hit for very strong neutral damage, so it does get shielded. At this point, I'm actually going to just let my Wormadam go here. It's still alive. If I can get to another Bug Buzz, this is amazing. I was actually able to do it, but I was worried that I wasn't able to get to the Bug Buzz, so I clicked Iron Head instead. Mistake on my part, but this actually allows Barrel even more farming potential, so I will shield this up. If it was a Crunch, it would do a lot of damage to me. There's Heracross in the back. So I'm going to go for the Surf here, but this is already a pretty solid victory because Toxicroak is going to be able to handle the Drapion and this Heracross. He had to go for the charge move right there. I let it go through. Going to bring in Toxicroak. Drapion is still in the back, and I'm able to counter it down. Good game there. Going with a Wormadam lead this time. Really hoping to catch that Golbat or the Heracross or the Quillfish. Do not want to see a Hippowdon, but yikes, that is the thing I did not want to see. So the 2 things I have in the back can comfortably handle Hippowdon. I did not switch in my Barrel because that is my hardest counter to Hippowdon, so I saved it. Going for the Sludge Bombs here against the Golbat. It actually still chunks away a decent amount. So he's going to dump his energy right now, which is actually really good for me because this allows my Wormadam more energy to farm off of this Golbat. I don't want to commit any shields there. I'm fully expecting to give my Barrel both shields and just let it do its thing. If I can get a shield advantage, that'd be really great. Because otherwise, if he has like Heracross in the back, that's going to be pretty rough. But anything other than that, my Barrel can comfortably handle with 2 shields. So I do get a shield on that Bug Buzz. Smart play on his part because it would do a lot of damage. And it's Ice Fang Drapion in the back. So thank goodness I saved both my shields for Barrel here. I made a gamble and it paid off. Not going to shield up this first charge move. He's actually running Fellstinger on his Drapion and his Quillfish. Man, he's going for like a fast move beatdown team with Ice Fang Drapion, Fire Fang Hippowdon, Heracross, and Water Gun Quillfish. Pretty interesting. I actually ran into a lot of Ice Fang and Fire Fang users today. Very interesting. You definitely could even think about constructing a team totally based off of fast move beatdowns with like Confusion on Wormadam and all of these Fellstinger buffs you can get. Very interesting. I should look into that. I have another tournament coming up tomorrow, so that'll be pretty fun. Able to take that first rounds. Good games there, 3-hat. He actually went on to go 3-1 in this tournament as well, so props to him. He always gets matched up against me first round, so license to draw. This guy took out all 3 aces today, and he's my friend, Raul. Amazing fighter. Him and I honestly have like a 50-50% win rate against each other. You battle against someone for so long, you start to learn their play style, and so it's always hilarious when him and I get matched up in a tournament. And actually, in all of these battles, we have mirror matches, except for the third one, but we're in this Barrel mirror match. So he successfully baited me, and I unsuccessfully landed the Hyper Fang, which means I'm going to lose that matchup anyways there. So I got out of there. If he was running Fire Fang Hippowdon in this, I would be very worried. I'm very surprised that he's staying in with this Golbat, which kind of leads me to believe, or staying in with this Barrel, which leads me to believe he must have Golbat in the back. I go for Iron Head here just to save on a little bit of energy. What's he going to bring in? We know the Barrel is out of the picture. He brings an Ice Fang Drapion. So my Barrel is going to have a favorable matchup against this. And I definitely cannot have my Gliscor getting matched up against this. So I want to get this Surf off as quickly as possible. Put some pressure on this Drapion. If he switches, which I'm expecting him to, I'm going to make an immediate swap regardless of what is in the back. I shield this up and it was a crunch, thank goodness. He's got Wormadam in the back. Now I am down a shield, so this is not as favorable of a matchup for me. I need to correctly get this shield bait. Otherwise, I do not win this matchup. So I need his last shield to be drawn here. He does not take the bait. So this is pretty much good games here. I needed to either successfully bait or land the Earthquake in the beginning, because now he can just totally Confusion farm me down. But Barrel is going to struggle against this loaded Wormadam. Now he shields. Great call. If I would have went for the Earthquake. Yeah, if I would have went for the Earthquake, it would have forced out the shield. He would have had to commit to dropping some energy into my Gliscor there, but good first match. Toxicroak mirror match now. I already know I'm going to lose this Toxicroak mirror match because my Toxicroak is actually very good PvP IVs, which means my attack stat is low, which means I lose every CMP in this mirror match. Really makes me consider maybe building a separate Toxicroak just for this cup and having one with still decent stats but a higher attack stat. Because I have yet to encounter a Toxicroak where I actually win the CMP. It just does not happen. I commit my last shield here because I really want to get this Mud Bomb off on his Toxicroak. I'm able to do it. This is either going to draw the last shield or he's going to let it go. So it does draw the last shield. And at that point, I could have just committed to staying in there and having him dump his energy. And this Barrel is able to get to this Surf before I can get to the Earthquake. I was mind blown. I did not think that that was capable of happening. because I've practiced so much where I use Gliscor as a switch in, and I'm always able to get to the Earthquake before the barrel gets to the surf. Very unfortunate. I was like in shock when that happened. Sludge Bomb takes out the barrel. What is in the back? What is in the back? It's Fire Fang Hippowdon. This is an amazing scenario for me. I'm going to over farm just a little bit. I'm okay getting hit with a body slam here. Still over farming. The Toxicroak wins the CMP. This is just going to be a mud bomb, thank goodness. Yeah, unfortunate here. I just let this go. Out comes the Hippowdon. I'm barely able to get to this surf, and it was a CMP tie on this final move. Insanely close game 2. So we are going to a game 3. We are going to a game 3, and this was, wow, these were insane battles. Hoping for a positive lead here. But no, it's the worst possible lead in the planet. And I have to bring in my Gliscor here. He switches into his own barrel. So this is what I'm talking about. I'm able to get to this Earthquake before the barrel can get to the surf. The Earthquake lands. I could have possibly let this go, but instead I shield up here because I want to maintain switch advantage. Could have possibly let it go. I'm now down a shield. What's he going to bring out? He brings out Toxicroak, which is very interesting. I know he still has the Wormadam in the back. I just want to apply a lot of shield pressure on this Toxicroak. The Toxicroak is now farming me down. I'm not able to get to a second Night Slash. This is very unfortunate for me. I have to bring in my own Toxicroak because it has such a horrible matchup against the Wormadam. And I'm going to save this shield for my barrel. Gonna let the Mud Bomb go through. I'm anticipating the Wormadam to come out. There it is. I'm able to get the Mud Bomb on the Wormadam, which is really good to at least chip away at it. I still have the Toxicroak saved. I'm gonna switch into my own barrel. The Bug Buzz is really going to hurt. And I know that his Toxicroak is low on energy. So I commit a shield here. I'm over farming. Able to get to this surf. I'm really hoping I can get to a second surf before the Wormadam gets to the Bug Buzz. We CMP tie right here, and Barrel wins the CMP. This is going to take out the Wormadam, but look what happens. His Toxicroak has too much health. I'm not able to water gun it down. He counters me down, gets just enough energy to throw a Mud Bomb on my Toxicroak, and takes the third game. Oh, what an unbelievable play. Such crazy close matches, and Raul went on to go 4-0, and he took out the 2 other aces in this tournament. So huge shout out to him. That was insane. Really good battles. Round 3 is up against Sudog Wudo. Another shout out to Doug here, because he has not been PvPing for very long, but he is really playing very well. Super impressive. So I was forced to go into my own Wormadam there in the mirror match. I need to get this Bug Buzz off on the Shift Tree. It'd be hitting for double super effective and would easily one-shot the Shift Tree. But Shift Tree is actually a very solid answer to Wormadam Trash if you just go straight foul play. So highly unlikely I'm going to be able to get to another charge move here. But I actually am going to let this go. Going to bring in Toxicroak for a very aggressive farm down. And then most likely give my Gliscor 2 shields. And hopefully let it sweep. Gonna let this go through. It's a Leaf Blade, which is the correct move when both moves are hitting for resisted damage. It's Wormadam. He brings out the Wormadam. And in the back is B-Barrel. Pretty rough for me. I'm going straight for Earthquake. If this lands, it is amazing. If not, this totally sucks. Okay, it lands. Really good. Gonna have to shield this up. But that Wormadam is very healthy. And my Toxicroak is really going to struggle against it. So at this point, I'm just putting on a bunch of Night Slash damage, and I would love to get the boost. That'd be amazing. I don't think I got the boost a single time in this tournament. I have to shield this up because my Toxicroak would do so badly against this, but the confusion damage is just enough to take me out. Oh, so rough. If I was running Dynamic Punch here, this would actually be enough to take out the Wormadam, I believe. However, this Toxicroak I use for Go Battle League a lot, and I like Sludge Bomb on it a little bit more than Dynamic Punch. But yeah, I might have to consider switching Dynamic Punch over to my Toxicroak. Really nice against that Wormadam matchup. Tough things to consider. But this is a very favorable lead scenario for me. I'm surprised that he's staying in here. So I'm just going to apply some Mud Bomb pressure. The Aqua Tail is still going to do a decent amount of damage, and the Ice Fang is hitting me for neutral, so it's no joke. I'm going to match his shields here, and it is the Aqua Tail, so good thing I shielded that up. But I know I'm still going to be able to win out this scenario. There's the swap. Amazing swap into Gliscor. I dumped my energy into this, which is very unfortunate for me. I should have known that I can outpace Drapion to those charge moves and held on to my energy, but now I get the Barrel against the Gliscor. If this is an Earthquake, it's going to do so much damage. He baits me with Night Slash. Amazing play. I'm going for the Surf here. He's either going to have to commit his last shield or, okay, he's going for the Earthquake. He's very close, and my Water Gun barely takes it down. He was at an Earthquake, he told me. Man, crazy close. Out comes Barrel. Because my Barrel is so loaded in energy, I'm able to land this Hyper Fang and do a lot of damage. Not enough to KO the Barrel, but this is still a very favorable scenario for me. Most likely going to be a Surf here, which is not enough to KO. I'm bringing it in my Toxicroak for a farm down. Don't have enough to get to that Mud Bomb there. And actually, this is kind of scary because Gliscor is going to get shredded by Ice Fang and Drapion, but I'm barely able to get this Surf off with my Barrel. Good games there. We are going to a game 3 here. Great plays. Going for a Gliscor lead. If he leads Drapion, this sucks. If he leads Barrel, it's pretty rough. So this is a very favorable lead for me. I can go straight Earthquake here in the 1 shield scenario and win this out. However, if he does commit 2 shields and I go for double Earthquake, I don't think that I will win out this matchup. He lets the first Earthquake go, which really solidifies this win for me. Now, even in the 0 shield, I know I'm going to win it. And Iron Head is the way to go in this matchup here, because Bug Buzz is resisted because of my flying typing. So I win the lead. Most likely, Barrel or Drapion is going to come out. It's Barrel. I definitely would not have enough time to get to the Earthquake, so I'm just going to put on some Night Slash chip damage here. Barrel takes me out. This is amazing for me because I know that the Wormadam is out of the picture. So Toxicroak is going to come in for a very aggressive farm down. I am going to shield this up because I'm curious as to why he's staying in here. I'm able to counter down the Barrel, and in the back is a Shift Tree, so very favorable for me. And honestly, I should not even throw a charge move here. I should fully commit to just countering down this Shift Tree. So mistake on my part, because this almost allowed him to get an extra Snarl through, but he just lets the Mud Bomb go through anyways, because he knows that my Toxicroak is going to take out a Shift Tree. Very good games there, Doug. Man, going into the final round here, this is against Twatha324, another really solid competitor. So this is a favorable matchup for Wormadam. You could even go straight Iron Head and win this out, but I like to go straight Bug Buzz because if they do not shield one of the Bug Buzzes, it's going to do way more damage than Iron Head. So this is just going to be a Surf. I will match his shielding and shield this up. In the 1 shield, I know that I can take this scenario, so I'm actually not going to shield this one. I'm expecting maybe a switch out here. But I did not want to fully commit to the fast move farm down. I was really worried that his water gun damage would outpace me. I need to look more closely into that simulation there, because I possibly could have confusion down. I don't know. That would have put me in a better scenario there. Out comes his own Wormadam. I definitely cannot bring in Toxicroak. Gonna bring out my Gliscor. I need to land the Earthquake. But he switches into Toxicroak, and I make a blind switch into my own Toxicroak, because no matter what, my Toxicroak is trash against that Wormadam trash. So I don't even shield this. I'm able to get off my own Mud Bomb, which is really good for me. This actually is just enough to take out his Toxicroak, which allows the Wormadam to farm up even more, which puts even more stress on me to try to bait here. I actually go for Night Slash right off the bat, and I do get the last shield, which is really good for me. I don't think I would have been able to double Earthquake in that scenario. And I don't know if like triple Night Slash would have been the way to go either. I think it was pretty dependent on him shielding the Night Slash, which this solidifies me the victory. Again, Iron Head is the way to go there because it's going to hit for neutral damage. I land the Earthquake and am able to take that first game there. Good games. Going with the Wormadam lead this time. Let's see if I can catch a Golbat or a Toxicroak or a Barbarrel. And it's the Toxicroak this time, which is the best scenario as possible. No matter what he switches into, I'm going to switch out to maintain that. But this actually put me in a difficult scenario, because my Gliscor is also a really good answer to Toxicroak. But I wanted to maintain that like ridiculously positive matchup of my Wormadam on the Toxicroak, so I switch out anyways. You can see my swiping pattern is very erratic there because we were sitting pretty close to one another. So just in case he was able to see my motions, I wanted to make it look like it was an Earthquake. There's the Iron Head. That is the way to do it. I'm now going for the Earthquake here. Again, very erratic motions, and he double shields the Wormadam because he wants to try to regain switch advantage, which he does. I have to bring in my own Wormadam here, which now this means that my Wormadam is not going to be able to get lined up against his Toxicroak. I go for the Bug Buzz right before he's able to get off a charge move. This should be just enough to take out the Wormadam. He brings out Shiftry, but because this is a zero shield scenario, I know that my Wormadam in the back is going to be able to land a Bug Buzz to one-shot the Shiftry. I bring out my own Toxicroak and land the Mud Bomb on his Toxicroak. At this point, not even going to shield this. Gonna let this Toxicroak go down. Wormadam's going to come in, get one more confusion's worth of energy. I'm one confusion away from getting a Bug Buzz, which will one-shot the Shiftry. But I know the Shiftry is going to throw some charge moves on me. I'm actually able to get to this Bug Buzz, which is going to take out the Shiftry. So good games there. Always play your third games for good practice. Unless, of course, you're at like a mega tournament and a million people are like waiting for you and you've been going for a while out of respect. I know some top battlers do that out of respect for everyone else, which is very nice. But in these casual tournaments, man, play all your matches, learn as much as you can. Gliscor against Steelix. I need to look into this simulation again. In my head, I'm like, maybe I can go straight Earthquake and win this out, and so I'm kind of just feeling out the pacing right here. Again, crazy swiping maneuvers there because I wanted to make it look like a Night Slash. It does get shielded. This is just going to be most likely a Crunch again. He goes for Earthquake, which Crunch is the more correct play here. Again, this is very early on in the month. Most people haven't gotten a whole lot of Toxic Cut practice in, so we're learning as we go. He double shields the Gliscor, and at this point I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do because the two things I have in the back are not really the best response to Steelix. And so at this point I switch in my Golbat. Honestly, I should have just let him farm down my... He goes for Earthquake again. Crunch is still the way to go there. I'm over farming. I don't want to get hit by a crunch though, so I will throw the Shadow Ball. That Steelix really gave this line of 3 problems. Steelix is down. Out comes Barrel, which is a good response. You can see I'm actually lagging a lot here. I miss out on like 2 or 3 wing attacks, but I don't think it would have affected the outcome of this game. Oh my gosh, I'm lagging so much. I missed a lot of wing attacks there. I probably would have been able to get to another Poison Fang, but it didn't really matter. I had already won the set, so I just kind of let it go through. Yeah, this is horrible. Oh my gosh. Maybe if I would have landed another Poison Fang, this Barrel would have been in crunch range. I try to make a sacrificial swap into my Gliscor. Have to commit my last shield now. He switches into Wormadam. I have to double Earthquake here. I still am hoping that I can use my Gliscor as a sacrificial swap. I'm staying in here. I'm now going to catch this charge move, which is unfortunate. I got way too greedy here. That's what happened. I'm going for the crunch. This is not going to be enough to KO, and then I was hoping that my Dragon Tail damage would be enough. Stupid play on my part. I'm going to eat a charge move here. Get out of there, you idiot. Nope. All this stored energy goes to waste. Way too aggressive. What in the world am I doing? Gliscor comes out, but the Barrel's able to take me out. Good games there. Yeah, super fun tournament. This ended up putting me at 28th in the world. I didn't weight it or anything. But super fun. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to support the channel and be on my friends list, head on over to my Patreon. The link will be down in the description. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.